setting the stage for Halloween Havoc. I'm Matt Carlins, and this is Just Pro Wrestling News for Tuesday, October 19th, 2021. A big welcome to those of you listening on OccupyProWrestling.com. You can bring our updates to your website. Find out how at JustProWrestlingNews.com.
WWE
NXT Champion Tommaso Ciampa and his title challenger a week from today, Bron Breakker, will team up on tonight's NXT. They'll be taking on the Grizzled Young Veterans. The NXT Women's Tag Team title match on next week's Halloween Havoc special will be Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal. Io Shirai and Zoey Stark will defend in a three-way against Indi, Hartwell, and Persia, Pirotta, and Toxic Attractions Gigi, Dolin, and Jacy, Jayne. But before next week, there is a three-way match set for tonight involving one member from each team. The winner tonight gets to be the one to actually spin the wheel next week. Also announced for tonight's NXT, Odyssey Jones versus Andre Chase. Doudrop is going to Crown Jewel and the final of the Queen's Crown Tournament. Doudrop upset Shayna Baszler on last night's Raw. She was able to roll up and pin Baszler despite being locked in the Kirifuda Clutch. Xavier Woods is one win away from realizing his dream of becoming King of the Ring. Woods beat Jinder Mahal on last night's Raw. He will meet Finn Balor in the final at Crown Jewel. Balor beat Mace last night. Ahead of their title clash at Crown Jewel, WWE Champion Big E and Drew McIntyre beat Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode last night. Austin Theory beat Jeff Hardy, but Hardy got the better of Theory after the match. Mansoor beat Cedric Alexander. Charlotte Flair's Raw Women's title defense against Bianca Belair ended in a disqualification after Charlotte hit Bianca with a steel chair. And a non-title match between the Raw Tag Champs Randy Orton and Riddle and the Street Profits also ended in a DQ after AJ Styles and Omos attacked both teams.
AEW.
Tonight's AEW Dark has Frankie Kazarian versus Aaron Solo. Dark Order's Stu Grayson, Colt Cabana, Allen 5 Angels, and 10 versus 2.0, Daniel Garcia, and Serpentico. Plus Diamante, Nyla Rose, and Emi Sakura versus Chris Statlander, Thunder Rosa, and Red Velvet. Diamante, Sakura, and Rose were victorious on last night's Dark Elevation. They beat Velvet, Kylan King, and Ryu Mizunami. Rose pinned King with the Beast Bomb. Kenny Omega will defend his AAA Mega Championship against Hijo del Vikingo. AAA announced on Monday that the match will happen at its show on December 4th. Also announced for that show, former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez returns to a pro wrestling ring. Velasquez will tag with Psycho Clown and Pagano to take on Black Taurus, Rhea Scorpion, and a mystery opponent.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
For the fourth straight year, Kota Ibushi will be in New Japan's G1 Climax Final, and he'll be looking to win the tournament for the third straight year. Ibushi beat Kenta on the final day of matches in the A Block on Monday. The other two contenders in the A Block were eliminated earlier in the show. Zack Sabre Jr. was upset by Tonga Loa, and IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Shingo Takagi fought to a double countout with Yujiro Takahashi. The winner of the B Block will be decided on Wednesday when the undefeated Jeff Cobb faces Kazuchika Okada. The tournament final will be held on Thursday. Billy Corgan is set to appear on tonight's NWA Power Surge and make an announcement regarding the next NWA pay-per-view, By Any Means Necessary, coming up on Sunday. Also announced for tonight, Tom Latimer versus Tim Storm.
Ring of Honor.
Dragon Lee and Kenny King are still the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. They beat the Soldiers of Savagery to retain the titles on this past weekend's ROH TV. Also, the Foundation's Jay Lethal, Jonathan Gresham, Rhett Titus, and Hot Sauce Tracy Williams beat Eli Isom, Joe Keys, Taylor Rust, and world-famous CB. That's Just Pro Wrestling News for Tuesday, October 19th. Our next update comes your way tomorrow morning, so please rate, review, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. I'm Matt Carlins. Thank you for listening.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.